Improv Cincinnati. So good to have you here. Yeah. All right. My name's Colin Thornton. I'm one of the co-founders here at Improv Cincinnati. We have such a special treat for you here today. It's going to be so great. We're lucky to have the latest show with Scott J. Thompson here today. Many of you, most of the entertainment industry, have been big fans of Scott ever since he was on cable access and his meteoric rise to network television and, of course, his latest troubles that he's been going through, guys. But I'm proud to say that Scott Thompson is better and he's back. All right? Yes, that's right, and he's made his new home right here in Cincinnati, believe it or not. So Scott right now is in pre-production to bring the latest show to Cincinnati. It's going to be streamed, it's going to be aired on television, and you lucky few get a preview today. So isn't that awesome? We'd like to bring out the host of the evening, the awesome, the amazing Scott J. Thompson!
Welcome to the latest show. I am Scott J. Thompson, and it is very good to be here. I'm not going to lie. This is a lot for me, ladies and gentlemen. It's been quite some time since I've been out here in public on stage. I've been kind of keeping to myself recently, so I have to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I know I may not deserve it, but at least, numbers of around 60 people think that I may. And that's enough for me to do a show. Is that enough for you? I feel it like lightning in my bones. I'm not a musician, okay? I can't speak Roy G. Biv, okay? Although I am great with acronyms. So I want to give a very, very special thank you to the house band tonight, D. Alexander! If you're from the area, you may have seen him out. He hits all the biggest clubs. One other pair of guests tonight, and I had to keep this hush-hush. Okay. We have two celebrity actors here tonight. They're swinging by through town. They're here to talk to us tonight on the latest show. We have Elliot McDonald and Leona Mandel. Can we give them a round of applause?
Tonight.
Oh my goodness. Hey, we are so happy to have you. Sorry, I am just a little bit dry.
Yes, you are. You're wet.
A little bit on both sides. Oh, Leona, Elliot, we all know you from some of your biggest hits like Alaska's Frontier. The Jacket That Never Said No. And The Gift That Keeps on Keeping. Some of my personal favorites, I'm sure some of yours as well. Now, a lot of people know you from your more recent hits, but I think that we should talk a little bit about your history because it's very, very long resume that the both of you have, not only separate but together.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Making
yes.
us feel so old.
A lot of work in a very small space for this one.
Concentrated.
Not a long resume, but a lot of activity in a
Dense.
She's not that old.
No, she's not. She's gorgeous and young, and I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what is this? It's like a...
Oh, thank you. I brought this home from my travels. Uzbekistan. It's handmade.
Uzbekistan?
I watched the women make it. It's
What?
lovely, isn't it?
What kind of material is this?
I don't know. I just thought it was beautiful and had to have it.
Beautiful, and I'm glad that you have it. Now, please tell me, you've both been acting together for the past how many years?
You're the lady, say it.
27.
27. That's just acting together, right?
Yes.
Who here has done anything with somebody else for 27 years? Anybody? Right there? Marriages? Is that what's going on here? Marriages 27 years? I'll give those a round. Speaking of marriage, now, I know I said I wasn't going to get too personal, but since we are live and this isn't network television, I figured we could lay some rumors to rest. Is there anything you'd like to give a little bit to us about your personal life that's been so widely discussed?
Yes, we know. It's been tabloids here and there, but no, dear. Just friends?
Absolutely platonic.
Yes, we have such chemistry on stage, on screen, but not
It's hard
so
to believe
much
that we're
off
not
the
married, but
stage.
in fact... we've
So
just-
none of that is real.
No. I know we've been known for years as Mac and Mandel, and some of the shippers out there have tried to call us one of those names like Benifer, with Eliona. But no, we're
No,
completely
that's just a rumor.
working partners.
Working partners?
Yes.
I admire that. I myself am in a platonic lifetime mateship.
So something you
means-
want to tell us?
Well, we already did the personal questions, Leona. Jeez.
I'm known for that.
Now, I know you don't have too long a time with us, so if it's okay with you, I think the audience would love if you two were to recreate some of your most iconic scenes from the movies that you've been in, right? I don't want to twist your arm or anything, but... Well, I figure that we can allow the audience to shout out some of the most famous movies that you've been in, and then we can decide exactly which Oscar-nominated scene that you could perform. So, if that be the case, maybe we should stand and give these people a little bit of a show here. How about that? So, is there a particular movie that really just hit hard with you? Now, I know that they've been in many, all across the board. Drama, action, foreign, comedy. They do it all, folks. So I know that they've all touched us one way or another. Can I get one suggestion from the audience? I'm sure there's nothing off limits, none of your performances?
Not that are known.
Gone with the Wind.
What was that?
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh, not one of ours.
One of their movies, please. I believe they must have been speaking of Gone with the River. Your most classic, the gorge. What do you with the
The raft. Whitewater rafting, yes.
The rafting, Gone with the River.
Yes, it was a suspense movie where we were trapped in a gorge with a psychotic killer. And this is the scene, I believe. where
Blockbuster hit.
We finally realized that he has gone for good, and we announce our feelings for one another. I can't believe he's finally gone.
Are you sure?
I don't know, he came up that third time, but you hit him with a paddle, baby. And I think he's gone for good.
Scott, I can't believe we're free.
I know. God, we've been through hell.
We've been through hell and back. Up the river and back.
If there's anyone I'd like to be in hell with.
Scott, let's not look at our emotions.
I know. It's just in the moment. Maybe it's just this surge of endorphins going through me now. Maybe it won't last, but I've got to tell you what I'm feeling right now.
I'm glad the killer didn't show up there. That could have been intense.
Actually, he did. You know how those movies work.
That's
He
right.
came up that last time. The audience jumps in their seats and
Blockbuster moneymaker.
sequel.
Hello. Now, can we get one more movie that really, really struck a chord?
Amadeus.
Amadeus. Oh, the sequel to the most popular Oscar-winning movie about the composer himself. Now, I believe
I think she's speaking of Amadeus the Races.
Amadeus the Racist. That's right.
A comic Marx Brothers inspired sequel.
That's right. Now, how many nominations did that have? I mean, it was at least 1, 2, 3,
No.
5. What it was screenplay, director, actor,
Oh,
actress.
stop.
Well, yes, it was. I believe it was set in a circus setting, if I recall correctly. And you were the genius composer, and I was the clown who inspired you.
Well, what you doing, Margie?
Not yet, Bozo.
Oh, it sounds great, whatever it is. What are you doing there? Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Your laughter inspires me, Bozo. Your smile warms my heart.
Well, I'm glad to be of service
It
anyway.
just sort of tinkles in the air. Smile, laugh again. Laugh again, Bozo. Oh, who said you're not gifted? You don't belong in the circus. You need to be my mascot. You need to travel with me.
Oh, Margie.
You're my
Thank you.
muse.
Thank you.
You're my muse, Bozo.
Thank you.
And see.
Now, I know we had to use our imaginations to imagine the blackface, but that's where the racist part came into the Amadeus and the title. That's how that works.
Well, it certainly is inspiring. I got the adrenaline flowing.
Absolutely, right? Oh, how the time has changed. Now, I think we have time for one more. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to see one more scene?
Platoon.
Platoon's Envy. A very good title. I believe that was one of your earlier works. Am I wrong? We're together?
Yes, it was. It was one of the first films we were together in.
And very monumental for what would then become the Mack and Mandel duo.
Oh, yes. Behind enemy lines, trapped for days. And you rescued me by carrying me over 20 miles. At the end of which we had this scene.
Jamie, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Jamie, are you there? Oh, Jamie. Oh, Jamie.
Took a puff, bud.
I'm gone, Jamie.
No, you're not.
You done the best you could.
No, you're not.
I'm gone.
No, you're
You know it.
not.
You know I am.
Take a puff. Look, we've been through so much. Who needs 2 legs? We've got a life to live when we get home.
Oh, no, Jamie. I can feel it. I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm getting cold, Jamie.
No, you can't.
I'm
Come
so
on.
cold.
Come on.
Jamie, please, just one last. Oh,
Would you do something for me, Jamie?
Sure, anything for you, Bud.
Mama used to sing lullabies to me. When I go to sleep at night. Could you sing to me, Jamie, one last time? Sing with me.
When I go to sleep at night, when the stars shine oh so bright, when the you can't leave me.
Oh God!
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
And see. Thank you. I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off, but my people talk to their people, and we got it. It's like a childhood dream came true.
Without further ado, I'm going to bring on Scott Thompson, Scott J. Thompson, for the final act of the latest show. Give him a hand.
Scotty boy, I washed up. You can tell. My complexion's clear again. It feels great. Clean up pretty good. D! Thanks, D, right? That really means something come from this guy. I mean, look at that.
D-Money!
I want a vest. It's a waistcoat. It's a waistcoat. What is the difference? What's the difference between a vest and a waistcoat?
This is a waistcoat, not a vest.
Point made. Thanks, D.
Here to help.
Welcome back to Act 2 of the latest show. Now, this here is our second iteration of the latest show. We did start in Chicago. You may have seen me earlier get a little queasy when I brought up Chicago. It's kind of an interesting relationship we have. They don't want me there. So I'm not there anymore. That's what I consider a first pancake. We done fucked that one up. Thank you. I say we, it was mostly me. That's something I wouldn't have said before, but I will say now. I'll take the fall there. It's my fault that we have that burning building. But I'm here now to have my second pancake, and I like to think that I'm going to do this one right. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm talking directly to you. Has anybody been to a late night talk show before? Somebody been to? Where did you go?
Fallon.
Fallon. What was your experience like going to see Jimmy Fallon live?
It was awesome. I was the first person seated, so I looked right at him.
You were the first person seated?
First person seated.
Down in front?
Down in front. The pages were like, this girl's excited. Get her out there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. They're actually very systematic about where they place their audience members. They place the most gorgeous human beings right up front. Right up front. That's obvious, right? That's what they were doing. It's just simple math. That's what we did here. That's what we did here. We took that with us. We took that role with us. There are a lot of differences here between Chicago and Cincinnati. Now, I've only been here a little bit, and when I say I've only been here for a little bit, I was here for 2 days before they kicked me out and I went to Vegas and then came back here tonight. Now, when I say I got kicked out, has anybody here over the past week seen any graffiti? Good, I don't know what you're talking about. So Chicago and Cincinnati. Now, the biggest difference that I noticed initially is public transportation. I mean, I don't know if you've been to Chicago, but having mass transit is absolutely fantastic. Something that Cincinnati kind of lacks here at the streetcar. We're wondering if that's going to get any better. Now, I, for one, noticed that there's, down on the banks, they have those big goal entrances. And I thought, how? They're doing something really cool here. This transit system might get up and running. It's a parking lot underneath. You guys have an empty parking lot underneath your city. And I thought, what the heck is that all about? Another thing that really interests me between this Chicago-Cincinnati thing. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm not big on Chicago pizza. Anybody like Chicago pizza? No, it's casserole. It's pizza casserole. And I don't appreciate that shit. I want to flip my pizza, and I want to eat half in one bite. So I'm not a fan, but what Chicago does do well culinary-wise, they're hot dogs. Anybody here had a Chicago hot dog? It's the poppy seed bun, it's the peppers, it's the tomato. I mean, I don't understand any other way to have a hot dog. But now that I'm here, I have to. And I don't like that. Because you here in Cincinnati have your weenies with meat gravy. And white and cheese. Right? Oh, just a pound of this processed, fatty Twizzler cheese that, like, part of it's kind of matted together, like it's been on somebody's hand, like it's crusted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm judging, I haven't tried it. I've seen it, and it's enough for me to be like, come on, do I have to? So I haven't had anybody, like, force it down my throat, but I've had some Cincinnati people get upset with me. They take it very, very seriously right here. Like, so seriously, I bet that we could create enemies in this room real quick when we start talking favorite chilies. Now, I did a little bit of investigation, not with my actual taste buds because it's disgusting, right? But I did some insight. I talked to some people, and I realized that there's about 3 big main answers that I came across, and that's Skyline. Can I hear it from Skyline? Gold Star. And this is a third. I only heard it from a couple people, but it was a couple more than I heard from anything else. So I'll mention it here tonight, just in case we have the audience for it. Dixie Chili. That was not what I was expecting. No way. All right, so Gold Star. Sorry. Skyline. One more time. Dixie Chili. Verdict?
Gold Star.
Skyline.
Is that Skyline? I guess I'll have to try. If I do any, I have to try Skyline. Is that like the bear? You know, it's like the bar, right? Like start with the standard, then figure out if this one has a little more cinnamon or whatever the hell you put in your shit, right? Whatever the hell that is. Like I said, I want this to be a little different. I want this talk show to be about what is local. Right? Because wouldn't that be cool if we stopped giving a shit about Liam Hemsworth's boyfriend or what the hell ever some celebrity's doing out of a plane or what have you? So that's why I want to eat pie. Local pie. And that's what we're about to do. Ladies and gentlemen, can you give a big round of applause for Teenie Morris? Excited, I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting for this. Now, you are Teenie Morris.
I am Teenie Morris.
Teenie Morris, and you make, oh my goodness.
I make teeny pies.
Now, what do we have here?
I brought you bourbon, pecan, and apple crumb. I know.
Careful, Scott.
Sample.
Oh, cheese point. Okay. Will you hold this for one second?
Sure.
I think I have plate. Oh.
I don't know that you need a plate. I would suggest lift and straight into your pie hole.
Is that
it? That's your mouth.
Oh, that's this one? Oh, goodness.
Exactly what it means.
Now, Teenie, are you from Cincinnati?
I am not from Cincinnati. I'm from Colorado.
Colorado?
I know.
How did you get here?
I married a Cincinnatian.
Yeah.
He's worth it. He's worth it. He's worth the spaghetti gravy.
He's worth it. Now, did that throw you off too when you got here?
Actually, I love it. I can't lie. I love it. I think it's I don't do the onions, and I don't do they put hot sauce on it. I don't do that, but I do like the processed cheese. and I really like meat gravy. I'm not gonna lie. I like meat gravy. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, hearing it from an outsider, I feel a little more inclined to be like, okay, I'll try it.
You should try it.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
The college try, as they say.
Yeah, the old college. You should get as drunk as you would get in college and then try it. At 2 a.m. Any earlier, and it's meat gravy.
Now, when did you get to Cincinnati?
Almost a year, exactly a year ago. We moved here in January.
Congratulations,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
What is you've been here what's the coolest part about Cincinnati that you've learned?
I like how picky Cincinnatians are. It hasn't been the easiest road, like convincing them that I make the best pies, but I feel like once I broke through that barrier, I've got lifelong customers. So it's been I like how picky y'all are. I mean, come to buy pie from me, and I'll
Right.
I'll convince you that I do have the best pie, but I like that you're a little standoffish. When I win you over, it's for life.
Now, where do you get the pies?
What do you mean?
Where would us common folk
Yeah.
fill our lives?
Lower crust people.
I sell these at Northside Farmers Market on Wednesdays.
Where's the Northside Farmers Market?
The Northside Farmers Market is
That was
down the hill. And you wouldn't know.
Northside. Those are words.
And Finley Market on the weekends.
Finley Market, I do know.
Yeah.
That was one of the first. Yeah, cool. Finley Market on the weekend. Excellent. Now, this is the pecan butter.
That's the bourbon pecan.
Bourbon pecan.
Oh yeah.
You make it with bourbon?
I do.
What kind of
course.
bourbon?
Jim Beam.
Woo! All right, we got a couple bourbon lovers. Excellent. Now, how many pies do we have? So these are 2 here, but do you have a laundry list? Do you have your 5 all-stars?
5 all-stars. Surprisingly, the apple pie has done amazing here in Cincinnati. I think it's a Midwest thing.
Apple pie.
It's apple pie.
A life thing.
It is as American as apple pie. Apple pie is really good. I do a rosemary caramel apple pie, which is sort of otherworldly.
Rosemary? You're putting rosemary in apple pie?
I am.
I'm very much intrigued. Obvious.
The bourbon pecan is a huge seller. We also do a bourbon bacon pecan.
Ooh.
I'm sorry I didn't bring it. I thought would have been a crowd pleaser, I'm sure.
Just adds bacon and all of a sudden everybody's like,
Yeah.
Give us some of the.
What else? We do a really good strawberry basil in the springtime.
ooh, so it's based on seasons then?
Yeah, I do everything seasonally. I think that you can
Nice.
only make the best pie when the best ingredients are available and local. So I
Super
try to work
cool.
with as many local farmers as possible as well.
Heck yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Right?
Our catchphrase is eat pie, be happy, eat more pie.
That's a good equation for a happy
Exactly
life.
how you should live your life.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to go ahead and dig in.
Go
but
for it.
I'm also going to ask you about the book that's in your lap.
Oh, sure. I'll show it off. I'll do a little Vanna White. I wrote a book all about pie. I spent a year traveling the United States, learning how to do what I do now. I interned with lady bakers across the country.
Lady bakers across the country?
Yeah.
An association of some sort?
I wish. It would have been a lot easier.
Hold up the books. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Uh-huh. Tina's Tour de Pie.
Tour de Pie. Yep, I spent a year traveling to different pie shops across the country. And so it's sort of a stories of being on the road, baking out of other people's kitchens, leading a vagabond pie life for a year, along with a bunch of my own recipes.
Are there any pie lights you'd like to share?
No, I mean, I can't. You were back there. He was backstage with all these pie puns, just like. Yeah, I can't even top it.
That is really freaking good.
Yes.
So I'm not like a pecan. Which one is it?
Pecan.
I say pecan. Lots of people say pecan.
Now he's just instigating over there. He's trying to get a rise out of you. He knows he's got you. So there's like this. What's the gooeyiness? Because that.
You know, it's funny because I call it goo on all of my. Whenever I
I
make
had
it,
like a magnifying glass, you would understand. It's.
it's goo.
Oh my god.
When I make it the kitchen, I have to like label everything, and that is bourbon pecan goo. That's what I call it.
They're really freaking good.
Good.
Teenage Pies, you can get them on Northside. That's a place. Also in Finley Market. That's a cool place. Now, because I like to prioritize my life, I'm going to put these pies away before anything bad happens to them.
Prioritize.
I'll take it.
Me and Dee just met, I swear, Monday. And I'm starting to like them now.
It was a good day.
But he is a hilarious local stand-up comedian. Can we give a big round of applause for Glenn Childress, ladies and gentlemen? Glenn, my man, thank you so much for being
Oh
here.
man, thank you for having me. This is super cool.
Yeah? Have you been on a talk show before? Is this new?
No, I've never been on a talk show before.
No.
So this is a kind of a new thing for me. Mirrors in the back, there's beer
There's,
in the back.
which is legit.
Doctor Strange love playing music.
Hell yeah.
This is cool, man.
So Glenn, you are from Cincinnati, right?
I am born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yes.
Right? Heck yeah. Can we do a little born and raised? How long have you been doing comedy, my man?
About 8
8
years.
years. There's only a couple drugs I've been doing for 8 years. Comedy, not exactly one of them. It hasn't been quite.
Yeah, I've done a couple drugs longer than comedy, but you know, we'll talk about that after.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
We would. Now, Glenn.
Yes.
I'm not quite familiar yet with the stand-up venues. Where would people most likely see you if you were out doing stand-up? Is there like a particular club that you go to most? Is it what's the scene like here in Cincinnati for people who aren't quite familiar and maybe want to go see some quality stand-up?
Well, you've got 2 major comedy clubs within the greater Cincinnati area. You've got Liberty Funny Bone, which is in Liberty Township, Ohio. It is not in Newport, Kentucky anymore, guys. It's been closed for 1.5 years. Stop fucking asking me. I swear to God, you have no idea how many people don't make it to my show because they go to Newport, Kentucky. I thought there was a comedy club here. I figure no more. No, it's been closed for 1.5 years, guys. In Liberty Township, way up 75 North. Go check it out. I'll actually be there next Thursday and Sunday if you want to come check me out.
Next Thursday, Sunday, Liberty Township, Fun Go. Not in Newport. Don't you do it.
We also have Go Bananas, which is in the Montgomery area. That's actually been around for many, many years.
The which one is it?
Go Bananas.
Go Bananas?
Yes.
Where's Montgomery? Is that the
It's
northeast?
Kinda, yeah, it's kind of like northeast, yeah.
Right, because Liberty's like up here. That's the north, like westy-ish.
Yeah.
This is the northeast-ish. So it's like yeah. They have some kind of. Are they cool?
No.
Is there like? Is there some kind of like comedy rivalry? Is that a thing?
Kind of. Yeah, I guess so.
So are you not going to go to the Montgomery one
I'm
because
gonna
you're
go
a
to whoever the hell pays me.
All right, my man. Now I know you have a little bit of material for us tonight. Are you ready to dive into
Shit,
that?
was I supposed to bring that? Oh.
And the show was great. I'm so happy you came.
Yes, I can definitely do a little material.
Now I think we have a mic for you. Do we have a mic for it? D.
It's the best letter.
How I learned to love the bomb. Only a few people.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here at the latest show. It's been an absolute pleasure to share this evening with you. I hope you come back and enjoy Improv Cincinnati's performances, and I hope that you'll find us on our Facebook, Instagram, or what the hell ever we have. This is Glenn Childress. You can see him next Thursday and next Sunday at the Funny Bone in Liberty Township. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Childress!
Thank you guys. Thank you. How's everybody feeling tonight? Yes, I love that energy. That feels good. That sounds good. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting something like this. This is a beautiful thing. Real quick, this is always fun. I like to do a region check just to kind of see where everybody is from. Who's from like the northern part of like Hamilton County or Butler County? Anybody from that area? Anybody?
Yay!
One snobby asshole. And 63 cool ass people. Now, what about like the central area, like Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky, like within the city limits? Who's yes! All right, that's the College Hill. Shout out some neighborhoods for me, come on.
Bellevue.
Western Hills.
Bellevue, Western Hills, that is Covington.
Park Hills.
Park Hills. Okay, now guys, I want everyone that's not from Central Cincinnati to pay attention to those people that just yelled out neighborhoods and stuff. After the show, those are the people that you want to buy weed from.
Park Hills.
I said weed, not ecstasy. What about like the east side of town? New Richmond, Batavia, Eastgate, Milford. Yeah,
Miamiville.
Miamiville. Those are the people you want to buy good weed from. This is my favorite. What about like the west side of town? You notice there's only two of them? There's a reason for that. Because they're still trying to find their way out of fucking Westwood. Have you ever driven? Have you ever driven to Western Hills or like Price Hill, the Streetway? Holy shit, it's like playing Zelda. You stop. You have to stop on Boudinot, pick up the boomerang, and get over to the workroom, pick up the shield and sword. When you get to Glenway Crossing, you have to fight a dragon. You exit out by the Western Hills Viaduct, there's David Bowie standing there holding a baby. You're laughing because it's true. I went to Western Hills last week. I just got back today. I told that joke in a bar in Westwood one time. The guy stood and said, "Hey man, don't talk about my neighborhood. I've been living here for 27 years. I said, "I know, you can't find your way out of there." Just bought a house and settled down. Oh man. But I love my city. You guys love your city, right? Yeah. This city has been pretty cool to me in the past couple of years because movie production companies have been coming here making movies. I've done a couple of movies, guys. So yeah, so thank you. And I'm assuming you saw the movie since you clapped. Who clapped? Now you're not clapping. See, you're full of shit. No, actually the movies haven't come out yet, so it's all right. I've actually done 2 major motion pictures. The first movie I did was with John Travolta. He did a movie about John Gotti, and I was a prisoner in the movie. And yeah, so we're making progress in Hollywood. Black dude playing a prisoner here. We're moving forward, guys. That was about 2 years ago, and I was on set in my prisoner suit, and one of the directors came out and walked to me and said, "Sir, Mr. Travolta broke his belt. We were wondering if we could borrow yours and let him use it, and then we'll get you another one." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I think I'm the only person in this room that can proudly say that not only was John Travolta behind me, he also had me take my belt off. So we've been dating for about 6 months. I call him Barbarino. Yeah. He calls me Tom Cruise. It's beautiful. And I got fortunate again. Last year I got to do another movie, and the trailer just came out for it. Emilio Estevez filmed a movie called The Public. I'm actually in that. Now, thank you. That's a great movie. Now, spoiler alert on this movie, ladies and gentlemen. I am butt-ass naked. Calm down, sir. All right, listen. Yes, I'm actually naked in this movie. In a movie where an actor has to play a nude scene, they wear what is called a modesty sock. That's the actual term for what they have to wear. It's called a modesty sock. And let me tell you something, guys. There is nothing modest about a modesty sock. A modesty sock, the best way I can show you what a modesty sock is, it's like sticking your wiener in a Crown Royal bag. That's and I do that for free on the weekend. Why I get paid to do it? That's how. And I got on set and I was a little nervous because, a little apprehensive of getting naked in front of other people. So I think I'm gonna need another bag. I didn't. Probably could have fit another actor's penis in with mine. Had a little wiggle room with that. Worst part about it was I put the bag on wrong. Because let me explain. The bag is supposed to take your meat and your veggies all together, right? Well, I just put the meat in and let the veggies hang off to the side. Now, in my private area, it looks like some angry Jewish man standing over a deli. So I've got to cross that off my bucket list, guys. I've got to cross off doing movies off my bucket list. If you get a chance, Cincinnati, get things crossed off your bucket list. Do stuff that you haven't done. Trust me, it'll make you a much happier person in life. I just got to cross off last week off my bucket list, have my first threesome. Yeah. Now, it's kind of weird. It's hard to perform for one person alone, and 2 people, it's really scary. But I can tell you, those 2 gentlemen were absolutely. I'm just joking. I don't like threesomes. One thing I do want to do before I do any type of retirement is I do want to do television. I'm not really sure what kind of TV I want to do because I can't do what it is that I normally watch on TV. Most people watch TV for entertainment purposes, right? I watch TV as a self-motivational tool. I watch TV to boost my self-confidence. Anybody else watch TLC? Love TLC. If you are having a bad day, go home and watch about 4 hours of TLC. You will come back a better person. There's a show on TLC called Hoarders. Oh, I DVR Hoarders. I love it. 4 o'clock in the morning every night I come home, I turn on Hoarders and I go, you know what, this house ain't that damn bad. There's also a show on there called My 600-Pound Life. Now, I don't like it because I don't like to make fun of people. That's not the kind of person I am. I like stuff that tugs at your heartstrings. I like something that would, make you feel like I'm rooting for this person. I want you to succeed. And if you haven't seen it, there's a person who's, they weigh 600 plus pounds, and there's people around them telling them, you need to lose weight, you're going to die, we love you, please take care of your body. And I quit taking the show serious when I realized that there is a 600 plus pound person being told that they need to lose weight by a bunch of people that weigh 599 pounds. It's insane. Guys, before I close everything out here, first of all, give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. That's awesome. Still getting over the holidays. Everybody glad the holidays are over with?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm glad the holidays are over with? I have children. And those little bastards cost a lot of money. I love them, but they're assholes. They know how to get to Dad, and they know how to get to his pocket. I have two beautiful little girls. And every Christmas, they manage to pull every single coin out of my pocket, and then I'm broke for about 3 months. So this past Christmas, my children came to me and said, Dad, we want a Barbie dream house. Well, yeah, I could get a Barbie dream house for you. That's no big deal. I'm a successful comedian. So I go to Walmart to go to get the Barbie dream house. And I walk to the people greeter and I say, sir, can you bring me out the back a box of Barbie dream house? You know, a box with no scratches, dents, anything on it. Best box you can find back there. And he went and got me this box and he gave it to me and said, do you want a dolly for that? I said, no, I'm a proud father. I'm going to drag this thing all the way through Walmart. I get all the way up to the front. You know, where there's like 30 registers, but only 3 of them are open. I put this box on the conveyor belt, and I couldn't wait to see their face. This thing is going all across the conveyor belt. I'm like, I'm going to be such a great dad to them. Boop, that'll be $179.99. You go ahead and put this motherfucker back in the back. Because what my kids refused to tell me was that this little piece of plastic shit came with a mortgage. Now, any fathers in the building? Who's dad? Your dad? Okay. So dads, when it's something that you want to get your kids but you can't get it, you do the next best thing, right? What do?
Take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it? Holy shit, I didn't mean that low, but okay. You downgrade a bit, so you're downgrading a little too much, but okay. You downgrade just a little bit. Nothing wrong with downgrading. So I put the box back, I pulled out of Walmart's parking lot, and I drove down the street and pulled in the Family Dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing says to your children, I should have pulled out. Like buying them gifts at Family Dollar. And they did not have a Barbie dream house. They did have a Barbie Hut house, so they were cool with that. Guys, my name is Glenn Childers. Thank you so much.